Hello YouTubers, Trons here, back with some more Infinifactory. Last time we went a bit long, so I'm probably only going to do one puzzle this time. Speaking of the puzzles, we did Teleporter Experiment 4 and Terrestrial Surveyor last time. I didn't really look at the other solutions for Teleporter Experiment 4 because our new solution was a lot faster, although it was a little bit bigger. So let's just look at this solution. Oh, this was the solution I did. I only had one solution previously. Okay. This is the original solution. This was smaller, equal in size. This one was then the faster one. Let's just look at this solution then. This is my previous solution. And this side, let's see how I did it last time. It looks like I took off rows and then just built the rows back together. Of course, this could be made with a smaller footprint if we moved everything over to here so it didn't use as much space, but that's basically what we did here, although we had it running faster. Alright, I did look at my original Terrestrial Surveyor solution, which, well, it's a lot faster. It's also a bit bigger in terms of footprint, but apparently less blocks. But it's now time for the Ant-Javelin Satellite. So let's go on to that. These do get more complex as we go on here. Who are you guys? I don't think I've met you before. Not very talkative.
It'd be nice to have some of those anti-missile satellites, since someone, I'm not going to mention any names, built so many missiles for the Toads.
Sorry about that. But it was such a good factory.
Wow! You didn't even hold back.
I did. They're scientists, not fighters, so they're...
Kind of like me? Squishy?
That's not how I would put it.
Okay. Yeah, this seems to be the same room. The Toads are all in the same spots, apparently. But now we have some of these anti-missile satellites. It's like 2 barrels. Oh, yeah, you can see right down. They're like railgun barrels. And we gotta get them to where we can use them. Okay, just trying to think about the best way of doing that. What is the best way of doing that? What I am thinking about is teleporting that center strip, then this strip. That looks like, well, to me it looks like maneuvering thrusters. For a satellite like this, you need to be able to aim it. That looks like the control computer. So we're going to send the computers first, then the thrusters, I hope, and then we'll send, well, the guns. So the way I hope to do that is we just come here and we'll drop down. That will send the computers it will come forward, but then we need to lift it up. But we don't want it lifting up normally. So we need to be able to pull the lifter out of the way. Which makes me want to put it here. Is that going to cause a problem for the guns then? Maybe I do want this side. You know, I think I am going to do the side. We're lifting this off the floor because I want it to drop on the floor so we can move it. So the base is going to be on here. We need a sensor here, I think. Is that really enough? I'm changing my mind a little bit. Should have moved everything more than that. Actually, that's... well... alright, that will work. No. That will work without interfering. I think. I was gonna do something like that, but I don't think it's really needed. Not anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a lifter like that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. But we can get this to work. I am trying to figure out what to do when the arms or guns, rail guns, come off. And I think that will work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope that works. We shall see. Okay, there goes the first. Well, it mostly worked, but then we got the two guns fighting. I was hoping this would override the sideways. How can we do that better? Can we... Oh. We can do that. That should have the one side. Nice, and that gives us, right now, plenty of time before the next one. Okay, oh, how many was that? There was 6 for the center base, and each gun is 5. So that means there's 16 blocks. So I'm going to put that there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blocks. Let's see their order here. Okay, paused it. And yes, that is exactly 16 blocks. And the nice part is these gun ones all come out right after each other. I think there's a small delay between here and here and here and here, but all those come out at once, which is basically exactly what I want. Alright. Well, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually want to switch them around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, we'll do that. So that should work for welding the whole base together. I believe so. Next, I want a sensor here, so we can have a bunch of pushers. And might as well do these on 2 different sides. And then we'll do another 5 on this side. Just save a little footprint. We'll go over the center. Okay. Now, if I recall correctly, these will be backwards. want to rotate them around. Then we need to weld them. And do the same thing over here. This welding, well, hopefully it's not going to be too tricky. No, 3. So we want this to be the back of the gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The back of the gun is lined up with the maneuvering jets. So the maneuvering jets will be right there on that block. So we want the back to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, stopper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That's the 5th. Stopper goes there. Now, to get this whole thing out, we're going to need a pusher. And I'm assuming this will be the last one, because this is the longer path. So we'll put a sensor there with a conduit there. And I really hope this is a solution. We shall see, though. I'm a little worried that maybe this is going to be the second one in. Because this center actually isn't going to move until we have the next one through. So it's going to be blocking. Well, it's not going to be blocking. Maybe that's the problem. Let's just see what this does. We always need to test and then reevaluate based on what's happening compared to what we assumed would happen. Yeah. Well, here's what we can do. We can put a pusher here. 6, not 5. Let's move that conduit so we can safely put a sensor here facing down. let's do this over. I'm going to make hopefully something that will detect when a block has been blocking this for 2 cycles, because what's going to happen is we're going to build the first set of what I can assume is control computers for the satellite, but then the next block is going to come and push it away. Also, every time a block comes, so we don't want this to activate when there's just a single block there. We want it to activate when the block has been there for at least 2 cycles in a row. Will that be enough? I'm going to assume this is enough. This is going to come 1, 2 out. 1, 2 out. Well, let's put a sensor there. Remove that. And then 5. Have this conduit come down. And not there. This will attach to that pusher. Let's see if this does what I think it does. Alright, here we come. Activated a little too early. So, yeah, in the case when the piece gets... We got the first 3, and then the block, the first maneuvering jet will push. That will be activated twice in a row, 2 cycles in a row. But then that maneuvering jet will fall. So really what we need to do is detect when it's been blocked for 3 in a row. And the easy way of doing that is just extending this and put another pusher here. So now these pushers, only one pusher can extend at a time, because a moving pusher can't be extending itself. Because blocks will only move 1 space at a time. You can't have all 3 of these open at the same time and have this move 3 blocks at once. So because only one of these pushers were activated at a time, and I don't care what order they do, it's just as long as there's power, only one will be activated at a time. So this has to be on 3 in a row to go 1, 2. Oh, yeah, I need to move this 1 more. Because I'm moving it. I need to move it 2 because not only is the block moving 1 extra space, but the pusher itself takes up an extra space. There we go. So now, once we have the second row, this will sit here for 3 cycles until this all extends, but then we'll push off and we won't have to wait for the next group. Now the other thing we can do is we can increase the input rate so it will get pushed off rather immediately. But let's just see this work first. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why did that... I should have paused it. Oh, that's silly. Okay. This has to come out. I had it directly over. Obviously, it has to come out 1 first, so it can move over. And then I think everything will be all lined up. I'm not even sure why I have that there. It's probably not needed. Alright, what happened? Okay. That should just come over and stop. And it doesn't. So you have to go there. Alright, what's going on? Well, there's my problem. There's only 4 welders here. That also means I need to move this to be more efficient. Alright. So we get flipped around. Weld, weld, output. And then we have this next one. And I think we have done it. Now we can make this a little more efficient. But let's get it complete first and see how we're doing. Last one. So yeah, we're okay. Well, previously our footprint was rather huge at 550, and now we're down at 332. We've also done a lot better on the blocks. We're not quite as fast. We're a little more than 50 slower than our best, and we're 100 off of Fireman. Let's see what we can do. Well, the first thing we can do is we're going to increase the input rate. See what plus 10. As long as we can get it all teleported before the next one comes in, I think we'll be good. That looks tight though. Let's see how our teleporting plan works. Oh, that is quite nice. That does fit in the plus. Well, looks like stuff is not working. Let's see where it starts going wrong. What happened? Oh, is this wrong? I don't know how it was working earlier. But this is not right. So that block is going to be pushed to the last pusher. There we go. Alright, here's the other problem. Let's get this in a situation here. Now there was only a few block wait between the one coming in and the next coming into the teleporter. You can see here, the pushers are activated, and they will remain activated until we clear all of these. And that blocks, well, will get one block in, but it will block the rest for at least a good 4 more cycles. So, there is a solution for that. Let's implement that. We want to activate this for only a single cycle. So we're going to have a pusher here. I said a pusher here. And there's going to be a weight basically there. A spot there that a block can sit on. And we're going to make a small little loop here. And we're going to start a block right there. And we're going to have a sensor here. And this is the sensor that's actually going to activate the pushers. In fact, if I really wanted to do this right, and I really do, I need to move this all back one, because we're going to add an extra delay from sensing. If we were here, we'd be adding an extra delay. Because this would push, and then it would take an extra cycle for that push to happen before this activated these pushers. So by moving this back one, during that delay, everything can actually slide into place into the last spot that it needs to move. And I'm just going to put a platform there to hold everything up. So this box is going to wait here. And when this activates, it's going to get pushed and activate all those, but then move off so they can retract. It's going to come around, but this pusher is going to stay extended until all the blocks leave. Then it will deactivate, and then the whole system will reset. But these pushers now open up immediately and let the next batch in. So I don't think that was hurting us previously because our input rate was so low. But with a higher input rate, that definitely blocks the system up. Okay, so that seems to be working better. Let's see how we go here. We do seem to be much faster. 2, 1. And we are now tied at 265. A little bit bigger footprint. And obviously a bit bigger block score. Actually by only 1 block. I think we can do better. Not much, mind you. I'm gonna increase the input rate by 2. I think we'll still be able to get everything through in that time. Oh yeah. You see, I think these pull, yeah, back just in time for the next one. Three, 2, 1. There we go, 247. And you know what? we can do slightly better. Conveyor belt. Not really the most efficient method of travel. Let's do it on this side. I wish there was a copy. 7. One, 2, 3. Seven. Let's just. That won't turn. It can be done. This video is getting long. At most, let's see here. We're gonna fast forward. It takes about 37 or 38 cycles to get to about here. We could probably cut that in half using rotators, if we're lucky. But that's all that's going to save us. But yeah, it's a little complex to figure out, and I probably have to tear up a lot of this, and especially with this base here, making sure it doesn't get in the way. But that's another small improvement that could be made. But I think I'm gonna call this done. And let's just look at my previous solution, and then we can end this video. Oh wow, it's that complex. Okay, hey, look at this. That's a complex solution. Okay. I had a very similar idea. The problem here is the rotating. So this all lands like this. Oh, I got a similar thing here where I got a block coming and it triggers things at the exact right time. I have a similar situation here, but we got to put these back together sideways and then rotate them. Not sure why I have it with that moving piece there. I don't think it actually saves much time. I was trying to probably emulate something I saw that actually pulls that back, because that would save time. Save a cycle. But, oh, I even have this lift up. See, I have this lift up, I have this backwards the way I did it. The way I did it this time was a lot more efficient. You just screw it over to the side, and then you can weld it from behind. But instead of a pusher, see, I have a sensor here. And then we move a belt under to get it to move forward. That's it. Let's just take one more look at how this timer works. Yeah. This works. The first time it lets it through, and then the second time is when it actually activates the belt thing, I bet. So we got the first 3 pieces over here. We then let that through. And then, based on timing, that's when it activates over here. Okay. Well, I think my solution this time was a lot better. Still quite long. About 10 minutes over what I would like for these videos to be, but yes, that is Ant-Javelin Satellite. Next time we'll be back with the big blowout. So, look forward to that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys then with some more Infinifactory.